we just advertised that kids could come in, and it was more it wasn't little kids, but we just needed to start some programming. And
well, then I did the Teen Moms group and tried to get
Oh.
that going, and would do it like, I don't know, once a month or something.
you started that kind of?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I
And,
remember
and trying to, and then I would pull in speakers, and I was at a meeting one day, and some had no transportation, and the CEO of Hudson Hospital was next to me, and I said, I wish I had a van, I could go pick them up and come and use our van.
Oh.
So I used to go to the Hudson Hospital when it was on top of the hill,
Yeah.
pick up their van, go pick up 2-3 moms and their kids, bring them here, some could get here,
Yeah.
and then bring them all back home.
When
There's people out there that need help, I mean, to help prevent abuse, at least.
When we got that big group together, 20-25 people, not a huge group, but at the Coachman, we went around and had everybody kind of say what their self-interest was as far as what their agency or what they saw as the need, and did they think this was a good idea and why. And that kind of created build-in, I think. Everyone thought that it was a wonderful idea, and, that they were seeing need there.
And I was feeling too from the school that, in working with students from all ages, all the way up through high school, that if you're ever going to make changes, you make changes early. And you basically was, what the research showed is if you change the first 5 years, you change everything. Because the brain is from the research, the brain is really connecting really early, and by 3 we have most of it, like 80% of our brain. And it basically, these neurons connecting in your brain that then, especially so when you are interacting with your child. So it's kind of the talk, read, play, sing, and because of that, you're building those good relationships with your child. And I think that kind of is an undercurrent, is the basis really, because if we have that, or if children have that early on, then they are in a much better place to go as they get to school and in life, whatever. So for me, it was more of the realization that if we're going to do something, let's do it early as we can. And we also found out that that was the best economic investment you could make too, is in early childhood. So.
Why do you continue to support Family Resource Center? I mean, you serve on the board, you serve on Reach for the Stars.
Because near and dear to my heart, I still, I'll be out in the community, and once in a while I'll see some of the moms that I work with, and some are successes and maybe some not, and I'm just public health nurse, it's just in your blood. Yeah.
And Mary, you must be proud, I mean, after 25 years, and to see the work that...
Some are successes and maybe some not, and I'm just public health nurse, it's just in your blood. Yeah.
And Mary, you must be proud, I mean, after 25 years, and to see the work that is still being
I'm
done.
just so happy that it continued, and it probably was the best investment of my time that I had as family living agent, more so than the direct teaching that I did with families, or, helping families at WIC or whatever, but this was something that lasted, and is still having an impact. So it felt pretty scary and out there at times when we, didn't have a place and we didn't have money, and we just had an idea, really. But yeah, and as a young parent at that time myself, not that young, I guess, my kids are 40 and 42 now, so 25 years ago they were still in the home. I had always felt like I was so isolated when I had like 7-month maternity leaves each time, and all my friends were working, and you were home, my husband was busy farming, and there just was no connection with other families, and you didn't necessarily know people to get together, and this would have just been a godsend for me to have something like this. So, and I've always enjoyed, parenting and early childhood programming, as far as even my job, you know, probably because it connected to my own family and thinking about them, but just always enjoyed that field, and then this just seemed like the next logical thing to really support families, yeah.
And that's what Family Resource Center is doing, is